Good evening. 25 years Robbie Williams solo and a fantastic new album. Congratulations. How do you look back on those 25 years as a solo artist?
With wonder and bemusement. I will constantly be puzzled at why this whole thing has happened to me.
Yeah.
I also feel honored, truly, and truly grateful to still be around and to still have any form of relevancy.
Yeah.
It's genuinely beyond my wildest dreams.
Does it give you a feeling of pride?
I don't know if it's pride. I think that it's more relief.
Relief, yeah. But when you started in Take That and then later started with your solo career, did you expect to last it this long?
Well, I was doing a lot of cocaine at the time.
Yeah.
So that can make you full of your own self-importance. And I think that, look, you as a 22-year-old, which I was,
mm-hmm.
You're not looking at 48 because that's 70 years away.
Yeah.
What you're looking at is going, I'm fucking incredible. I should be able to fucking do this.
Yeah.
Fucking, whatever. And fortunately, my delusions met with a lot of luck and a little bit of talent.
And did you lose a lot of the things that happened to you in your head, or can you remember everything?
No, I remember
was there so much cocaine that you lost a lot?
I can remember how things made me feel.
Yeah.
I can't remember what happened.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because, one hotel leads to 700 hotels,
yeah.
leads to 1,000 flights, leads to, 1 million people in front of you.
Yeah, 10,000 interviews, 20,000 studios.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you don't remember when you started solo that you were in my radio show? We played football in the hallway. Then you got a big pie with loads of whipped cream on top of it from fans. And during the interview, you dropped your head in the pie. Is that something that you remember, or did you lose it?
If you'd have said what happened to this pie,
yeah.
I would say I put my head in the pie. That
really?
Sounds like me. I can't remember, but if there was a pie, my face was going in it.
And then afterwards, you went to the toilet, and that's it for the interview. We never saw you again. So that is Robbie Williams 25 years ago, but not anymore.
Yeah. No. Well, I've already been to the toilet, so here I am.
There you are. The album is just out. It's called 25. Normally, a big superstar like you releases after 25 years a greatest hits album, but you decided to re-record fan favorites and your own favorites. Why this album?
Well, my management brought to my attention that there was 25th year anniversary coming up, and that we should celebrate it in some way. We've already released the greatest hits record, so we couldn't relive that without taking the piss, I think Guy Chambers came up with the idea of re-recording it with an orchestra, and here we are.
But you've worked with orchestras before, Swing When You're Winning, Swings Both Ways. Why the Dutch Metropole Orkestra on this album?
Well, 2 reasons. They are easily as good as any other orchestra, maybe even better. And also, they're cheaper. And these days, we're not kings important. Anymore.
Yeah.
The music industry is a barren land since the internet was invented. So we have to cut costs accordingly. But that being said, they're incredibly talented, and I would recommend them to anybody and would want to work with them again.
This sounds like a concept for a concert tour as well, or is that too expensive?
Too expensive.
Yeah. But would you consider it in a maybe smaller setting?
In a one-off venue, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Maybe a Dutch venue?
Yes, please.
Did you record it?
I tell you where it'd be good.
Yeah,
the
where?
Gasworks. The Gasworks in Amsterdam.
Yeah. That's a nice setting as well.
Yeah, I like that venue.
Okay. Did you record all your vocals together with the orchestra, or was it all separated?
It was during COVID. You know, the orchestra happened in Holland, and my vocals happened in Los Angeles.
You recorded Kids again with Kylie. How was it to record that song again with her?
Well, that was done separately. You know, I'm very, very grateful that she turned up to do that. You know, that's a mitzvah, as my friends say, of her to do that. I'm very grateful she did.
Robbie, also some new songs. One with some poignant lyrics. I lost my place in life. I lost my point of view. I lost what it is to love when I lost my faith in you. Strong lyrics. Are they about Robbie Williams or fictional?
They're about Robbie Williams, 1995 till 2001, 2002. Yeah. My friend Ollie Swan, who's a great songwriter, sent me over some chords, and these chords were just evocative of melancholy. And they took me back to a time in my life where I suppose that I was the most ill.
Robbie, one of the other songs I like is Disco Symphony. Was that song written especially for this album and with the orchestra, or written before?
It was written a long time ago, and I would say 8 years ago. Right. And it was one of those songs that I was like, is this too cheesy? Because I don't mind cheesy. I love cheesy. No, but I was like, is this too cheesy? And we actually rewrote that song for a musical called The Boy in a Dress. And then when I went to see the musical, this song was like the hit of the evening. So we went back to the original version and recorded it for this album.
When I listened to all the songs, also the old songs, what I was wondering, was it hard to make the arrangements for the orchestra?
Not for me. I wouldn't.
Who did it, Guy or?
No, a guy called James Buckley. Jules, actually. Jules Buckley, very talented man.
And when you heard all the music from the orchestra, did they change a lot? Was there involvement from you as well?
It's not my wheelhouse. That's just like, that's real musical genius. I'm just, fannying about, trying to throw meager talent at something to make it appealing to the general masses. And
did you have to use your voice in a different way recording this album? When I watched the video for Angels, which is beautiful in black and white, it looked like you were singing in a different way.
Well, I sing in a more mature way now. Because I'm older. I think that my voice is actually better than it used to be.
True.
It's not as thin. I think there's more character to it. There's not enough energy in it to record things like Let Me Entertain You or Hot Fudge or things that are fast. But if you want a mid-tempo ballad, I'm your man.
And do you agree when I say that the songs like Angels and She's the One are even more toned down on this album? Even more fragile and maybe even more beautiful?
Thank you. I think there's more beauty to it because, there's space for it to have import and worthiness. And that's what a orchestra and Jules Buckley's arrangements have done for these songs.
One of my favorites is Love My Life. Do you agree when I say that there's more maturity in your voice or more emotion in your voice in that song?
I think there's more belief in my ability as a singer. I just had no belief in my ability as a singer, which is been great for me because I've just developed some performance around it to make people entertained. It's like I entertained people by mistake because I didn't think they wanted to listen to my voice. But that's changing now. I don't hate my voice anymore. And I actually think I can sing these days, which is cool.
Also, a documentary coming up, Robbie, on Netflix. What can you tell us about that?
I don't know yet because we haven't started to record it. But, you know, it'll be full of sex and drugs and mental illness.
No rock and roll.
No.
But what are they filming in your house? Also with wife and kids and everything, or do you keep it separated? Or
I don't think the kids will be involved.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there will be, you know, me giving away too much information about the inner workings of my mind.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is a question you could expect. A world tour, is that coming up? Are you planning to tour?
Yes, please. Next year.
Next
year.
year?
Not official to announce, but yeah, it'll be happening next year.
Okay. If you could pick 3 songs from this album that I should play in the program, which songs?
No Regrets.
Pick? Yeah.
Road to Mandalay.
Yeah.
And Lost, because I could really do with an airplay on it.
Okay. Well, Robbie, thank you very much. And we hope to see you soon somewhere in the Netherlands. And thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your considered thoughts and your questions. I appreciate it.
Recording stopped.
Just in time.
Okay, buddy.
Thank you, Robbie.
Take care, mate.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
NPO Radio 2.